I thought a great way for many people to get to know me and get a more clear idea of what it is we're about and what our mission's about and who I am were to send you weekly video interviews, thought flashes with ideas as to what it is we're trying to do, and hopefully inspire you to be more than who you are right now. I haven't met anyone yet that's satisfied with that, especially chiropractors. Starting today off here for the next few minutes, I thought I would give you a description of innate through my eyes, a description and a definition of what I see innate as, and this is a definition I've worked on over a number of years, but I'll read it to you. Innate to me is a super authoritative wisdom of the body that is a kind and loving guardian, giving life, health, and wellness as it illuminates the body at all times. It never sleeps. It is always on watch, communicating to all the systems of the body with one purpose: to breathe in a continuous state of creation's intelligence, allowing the host a full expression of life. That's how I see that intangible, eternal existence that is in all of us, and that allows us to function and to be healthy. I think the paradigm of our society has developed to the understanding that healing occurs from outside, that they're sick because of something outside their body as opposed to something within the body, that the body is suffering some type of illness or sickness or disease because of something intangible, something outside. I came up with a description of innate to increase my thought, my belief, my value to what it is we work with every day. And I think to really hone in what it is you're trying to do for people and serve people with chiropractic, I think it's important that you adopt some definition of innate, whether it's something you want to describe yourself and define yourself, or whether it's something that certainly you want to grab from the Green Book or from Fred Barge book or Stevenson's book and chiropractic textbook on philosophy. Whatever that may be, I think it's important that you have that. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm reading one of my PowerPoints that I train our clients with, but there was a great description by Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill talks about the ability to influence other people. And if you don't know who Napoleon Hill is, he's an author. He wrote Law of Success. He wrote Think and Grow Rich. He worked closely with Dale Carnegie. And he wrote this, which I think is maybe a challenge for some chiropractors, at least maybe for a group of us. And that is, for no man can afford to express through words or acts that which is not in harmony with his own belief. And if he does so, he must pay the loss of his ability to influence others. So, what that says to me is, when a client comes to me and says, Dr. Joe, I'm having difficulty getting patients to follow a care plan, getting patients to sign up on care for a year or a lifetime plan, or bring their children in, or what have you. The first question I always have to the client or to that chiropractor is, what is your definition of innate? What is your belief? What is your value system? How would you describe to me, let's say a non-chiropractor or a chiropractor, what you do as a chiropractor? And what is it that you work with? Because if you yourself don't have an ironclad understanding of what it is you work with as the chiropractor, as really a practitioner. I mean, the body's the healer, and I understand that, but you're really a practitioner that works with the innate. You're a practitioner that recognizes the existence of something greater than yourself, and that your job is to allow that innate, that power, that authoritative wisdom to express itself without any interference. So if you don't have that as an understanding as a chiropractor, at least some description, that's the way I see it. It doesn't mean that's necessarily the way you need to see it. But if you don't see it in some way through those eyes, then it's very difficult for you to influence other people. Because what Napoleon taught us is that if you try to express through your words or acts that which is not in harmony with your own belief, you will suffer the loss of your ability to influence other people. So the first place to look at if you're challenged in practice, the first place, not the only place, but the first place is to look right inside your heart and your mind and find out what is it that you actually believe and question yourself. Reflect on it. No one knows. Find out where you're at. And if you have found that maybe it's faith, but your belief, your understanding of innate, maybe you question that in which you work with as a chiropractor. Yet you want to believe that, and you want to work with that, and you want that type of practice. You want a wellness-based practice, a family practice, but your belief is weak. There's no reason to get upset, and there's no reason to feel heavily challenged. You just need to start training as any athlete would, or any great CEO would. You need to start training on your belief, and we do that through rituals, and we talked about that last video blast with our Thot Flash from New York City. So real quickly, because I know we're running out of time, this is one of the books that I use on a daily basis. This is One Cause, One Cure. You can get this right on fredbargebooks.com, okay? Or another great book that I highly recommend all of us to read as chiropractors. This one here is another Fred Barge book. It's Life Without Fear. Now, those two books are great in philosophy and in science. Fred Barge was a philosophy instructor, but he was also a technique instructor, and he also had an enormous appreciation for the science and the research on chiropractic. And then what happens is your ability now to influence others, because your belief is in the right place and you're coming from the right place, from a place of service, and then your ability, you have some system to educate the patient, to communicate what it is you do, then you start to serve more people. You start to serve the masses with chiropractic care. We do have a seminar coming up in June, June 11th and 12th. We're bringing in Dr. Dennis Nicotel for a couple hours to speak. It's going to be wonderful. We're also having a CA breakout. I forgot to mention that last week. So we encourage any doctor who's coming, you're going to actually meet with one of my staff, Leanne Klein, who's our office manager. She's been with me about 13 years in practice, and she's somebody that has worked the front, worked the back. We're helped as a tech CA, and she's been there when we've served well over 500, 600 people in service. So what's wonderful about that is you're going to be able to pick her brain, and she's going to have a system of slides to put together to explain more about what we do as an office, what your CAs do. So you can bring your CAs in to learn a lot and ask her any question about what it is we do as a practice to serve so many people. And my hope certainly is that if you are you're just looking for a pump up and some tools to put in practice, certainly join us. If you're looking for a coach or mentor, somebody to make you accountable, to hold you accountable, and make some real significant changes and challenges in your life so that you can serve more people and certainly live a better quality of life and have a much greater practice, and certainly you feel that need to serve more people, we would certainly love to have you, and it would really be an honor to have you aboard and to be your coach. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day and a great Memorial Weekend, or had a great Memorial Day and great Memorial Weekend. And we'll talk next week. Also, spread the word on our Thot Flashes. We'd love to have as many people join us as possible. Just go to our website and sign up on our email. They're free, and they're going to come to you once a week from all different locations, whether it's right here in my house, or whether it's from the office or practice, or whether it's in New York City, or some other wonderful place that I have the honor to visit. I try to do those Thot Flashes at different places that I visit when I visit other clients. So have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks.